Hello, and welcome back to Let's Get Lit. In this episode, we will be discussing Chapter 24 of the Odyssey. This is the last and final chapter in the book. Remember, the previous 23 chapters are on YouTube for your listening pleasure. So, catch up before you head into final spoiler territory. Alright, everyone ready? Awesome. This chapter starts out with Hermes leading the souls of the dead suitors down to the house of Hades. On their way, they see Achilles and stop to see him. Agamemnon asks Ephemedon how they all ended up dead at such a young age. Ephemedon tells them, and they end up talking with each other for a long time. Meanwhile, Odysseus and the other men make it to the house of Laertes. Odysseus tells his men and the caretaker of his father to go and sacrifice a pig for lunch. They go off, and Odysseus goes to his father in the vineyard. He stands behind his father and asks if the old man has seen Odysseus around. He was a friend of Odysseus and had come to see him. Laertes tells him that Odysseus is dead and will not be back, but had Odysseus been alive and been back, he would have been treated like a king. Laertes asks the man behind him who he is, etc., etc. Laertes turns around, and Odysseus tells him that it is him, in fact, Odysseus. Laertes is not so sure about this, so Odysseus tells him about the scar from the wild boar. He then tells him about the memories of him and his father in the garden when Odysseus was a small boy. Laertes remembers and gets so excited. He gets so excited that he falls into the arms of Odysseus. Odysseus helps him to his feet, and they go inside for lunch. Everyone sits down and they have their meal together. Meanwhile, the news about the suitors spread around the town, and the fathers of the suitors held council. The father of Antinous speaks and says they need to avenge their son's death and make things right. Medon and Phemius rush in, and they tell everyone that what Odysseus did was the will of heaven. They tell everyone about Athena being mentor and how she helped Odysseus. Halitherses then calls everyone out and says that they should all be to blame for what has happened. Half of the men agreed with Halitherses and went away. The other half agreed with the father of Antinous, so they went out to seek their revenge. Athena goes to Zeus and asks what should happen next. Zeus tells her it is up to her. She has helped Odysseus thus far, and she should see him through. He does suggest making a covenant between the two groups, one of peace and plenty. She agrees with Zeus and rushes down. At the home of Laertes, Odysseus and his men can see the other men coming up and closing in. Everyone gets ready with their armor and leaves the house. Odysseus hits the father of Antinous in the head with a spear, and it goes right through his brain. They start to fight, and Odysseus and Telemachus both kill several men. Athena then speaks and shows herself to everyone. She tells everyone to stop this war at once. They do, and Athena makes the covenant between the two parties. This is the end of the Odyssey. I hope you guys enjoyed these podcasts and liked, shared, and subscribed them for more content. The next classic in the list will be Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. These will be actual videos of me explaining it chapter by chapter. So, look forward to more coming soon. I will also have a video review of the Odyssey up shortly for your viewing pleasure. So, have a great one, stay lit, and remember, the next book in the Let's Get Lit series will be Frankenstein. And these will be actual videos for you to watch. Alright, have a great one, you guys.